Hi everyone. Thank you Dikshita for the introduction. Myself Shilpa Garg and I am organizer at GDG New Delhi and WTM ambassador. Along with that, I am remarkable facilitator and MLCC facilitator as well. So before starting, I just want all of you to tell me how many of you want to make a chatbot. You can drop it in the comments. Okay. Yeah, there are some people. Okay. So today, as we see, most of the people want to make a chatbot and most of the enterprises also want to do so. So today we'll be talking about how we can design conversations using Dialogflow. How many of you know what Dialogflow is or what it initially was? Dialogflow is a very rich, powerful tool by Google, and it is powered by Google AI. Earlier, we knew it as API.ai, but it was acquired by Google in 2016, and then it became Dialogflow. Dialogflow is a powerful tool with multilingual ability. It has 20 plus languages to support. It has one-click platform integrations, and we have 7 plus SDKs available as well. So you can build your chatbot in minutes with using Dialogflow. It requires minimal of training with you. Next is what Dialogflow allow us to do on our daily life. It helps us in building faster, easy end-to-end developer experience because Dialogflow requires very minimal training when you're doing that. You just require very minimal number of intents to train your Dialogflow agent, and you just add that in your as a training phrases in your intent, and you are good to go. Then it is very engage efficiently because it uses powerful natural language understanding features powered by Google because it has a lots and lots of training data. So it is very easy, like it very easily take out your intents and identify them. Next is maximizing the reach. So Dialogflow help us to maximize the reach by just having us one-click platform integrations. You can integrate it with Facebook Messenger, you can integrate with Twilio, you can integrate with Twitter. There are lots of platforms you can see where you can just integrate it with just one click. Next is how the Dialogflow workflow is, right? If you see this slide, you're just able to see that Dialogflow works in an agent and entity extraction thing. So there is one agent. Whenever you are creating your bot, you just need to create your agent. When you create your agent, you just need to add your intent one by one. Okay. When you add your intent, you just need to add your training phrases. Just for example, if I want to add one coffee shop agent, I want to make a coffee shop bot in my Dialogflow. What will I do is I'll name the agent as coffee shop agent. And then what I'll do is I'll add intents in it. My first intent would be like I want to add order the coffee. Okay. So I can name my very first intent as coffee ordering, and then I can add some training phrases to it, like I want a coffee, I want a cappuccino, I want a latte. That's what we can do, and we can add multiple intents with it, like one for coffee ordering, one for the flavor of coffee, one for the size as well, like whether we want it to be small or medium or large coffee size. Then if you just go to the right of this, you see there are intents with training phrases. Then we have action and parameters over here. What they do is, like whenever you want to order a coffee, there are multiple types of coffee consisting, right? There could be cappuccino, it could be latte, it could be any type of coffee, but you want to know what and type of coffee user wants, right? So at that point of time, we use entities for that. We can make the coffee type as an entity and we can use it, and we can add responses in the intent itself to give it reply back to user that okay, I have got your coffee type and I'll give the coffee to you very soon, right? So this is how it works. First of all, a user asks a question, the user utterance, which we call, then it goes to the agent, then it matches the intent to which intent it is matching. After matching the intent, it will take out the entities. After matching the intent, from that particular intent, it will take out the action and parameters and entity. Then it will give the response back to the user. Next is how we can have multi-channel support with Dialogflow, how Dialogflow manages the conversations, and how we can do the fulfillment part. So first of all, I'll explain about the fulfillment part in the Dialogflow. So how fulfillment help us is, say you want to make a weather agent, right? Because Dialogflow already has many pre-built agents available which you can use. You just need to import it. You can just use it. You don't even need to add training phrases because you can use the pre-built agents. But then say you are making a weather agent, right? Now you want to, in the weather agent, you want to know the weather at present weather in your area. So for that, you need an API which will tell you the weather. To connect your agent to that API, we need this fulfillment, right? What we do is we connect a Dialogflow agent on the front end with this multi-channel. We can connect it with web, we can connect it with Facebook Messenger, we can connect it with Twitter, etc., etc. And even there is one beta feature which I'll explain as well later, which you can see this phone calls through gateway, right? So you can even connect it through your IVR. So then all these conversations are managed with your conversation management, which is your Dialogflow. And then at the back end, Dialogflow connects with its fulfillment, where you can have your microservices, you can connect it with any platform, right? And then you can store your data as well. So next, I will talk about the upcoming features in Dialogflow. Till now, Dialogflow was having many features, but there are some upcoming features which are pretty good to go and which are very, very useful for the enterprises out there. The very first feature about Dialogflow is the phone gateway. How we can use this phone gateway is like, as I earlier explained, IVR, right? So you must have seen that there are IVRs available in many of the companies or in many of the colleges, and there are a lot of things where IVR is being used. So now what you can do is you can directly connect your Dialogflow agent to the IVR. So what will happen at the backend, whenever user calls your IVR, user asks a question, Dialogflow will answer from backend, right? It will directly, again, the flow will work in the same way. Like it will trigger the intent, give the response back, and then that response will be speaking in IVR format, right? So that's how a phone gateway works. A very next powerful feature is knowledge connector. Till now, what we were doing, we were adding training phrases for every intent in Dialogflow, right? But we have this powerful feature coming up with this knowledge connector. So what you can do with knowledge collector is, say you have a lots and lots of data files, right? And you don't want to extract data from that. What you can do is you can just convert it into a document format, right? Or there are two formats available, and also you can have FAQs. If you have a question answer format of your data, you can directly add into this screen of the Dialogflow where you can add your document and it will directly start answering by taking data from that particular document. We call it knowledge connectors in Dialogflow. Next feature is automatic spelling correction. So how this automatic spelling correction works is, as we all know, we have seen spelling correctors in many, many formats. Whenever we type it anywhere, even we are typing on a Google Hangouts, we see there is a spelling corrector. When we are typing in when say we are typing in a mail, we see there are many spelling correctors, right? So Dialogflow is also coming up with this feature, automating spelling correction. What it offers is, if you write something wrong, right, it will automatically correct it and give you the answer with the corrected format. So that's how you can use it. You can use any of the commonly used abbreviations, incorrect words for that, and it will correct your typos for that. Now, the next feature is sentiment analysis. What is sentiment analysis used for? As you can connect it from the name, sentiment. What are the sentiments? Sentiment are a state of mind, taking out the user state of mind. So if I'm using, hey, I'm very happy today, that means I am in a positive sentiment. If I say that's okay, that means I'm in a neutral sentiment. If I'm say today the day is very bad, so that means that is a negative sentiment. So we are coming up in Dialogflow, we are coming up with this sentiment analysis as well, where what you can do is you can just directly add on your answer. As you can see, we have entered here, I didn't get that. Can the user says the service has really, this service really sucks. That means the user is pissed off with the service or something, right? So for that Dialogflow, if you can see the sentiment score over here, that is minus zero point 0.9. So that is, the sentiment is negative. Negative sentiment means the user is in a bad mood. The user is not in good mood and is not in positive mood. That's how we use sentiment analysis. Next is built-in text to speech. So how we use that text to speech? Earlier, prior to this, what happens in Dialogflow was whenever you were typing anything or whenever a user is saying anything, it used to respond back into the text format, or we need to connect it to Google Assistant for that, right? We need to connect it to Google Assistant to get the answers from a Google Home or say Alexa. But now we have directly text to speech in the Dialogflow. So instead of the text responses, you can connect to the speech responses, and it will start giving you responses in the audio format directly from the Dialogflow. You can use it for enormous number of applications like IoT, like telephony. You can use it. You can use it. It is very helpful for, while driving, TVs, etc. That is very useful for that. So now I'll just give you hands-on on how you can create conversation experience with Dialogflow. So if you want to build a world-class conversational interface, that is a very small but a multi-step process. You just need to focus it on step by step. So you just start with identifying that how you want to automate it, right? Because it is always said that it is better to have a bot which has a single functionality rather than a bot with many types of functionality, because in that way your bot will respond in a very good format, right? So first identify top user journeys, so for what you want to make your bot, right? And then build a business plan around it. Like you can plan it, like how you want to use it, how you want to user intents, right? And then design a persona. The step third is design a persona for it, right? Like what type of users could use it, all that stuff. And then if you want to have like scripting in it, like then you need to write your personal scripts, right? If you want to write a flow, like first the user can ask this question, my Dialogflow agent will respond in this way, then user can answer this, the Dialogflow can respond in this way. So that's how you can write your scripts, right? Now then you can need to connect it to the backend enterprise system, right? After that you can just build your POC around it and make it people use it so that you can have live feedback around it, right? After your feedbacks, what you can do it, you can directly connect it to human agent, which is again a powerful feature coming up, that is agent assist, right? So you can connect it for that if you want human intervention. So what we could do in that way is, say if you have an agent, it is responding with the agent or a chatbot which you have built using Dialogflow, right? You want that agent, if your agent is not able to answer, you want it to connect to a human agent, right? So that's where agent assist will come up in Dialogflow, and where a human intervention will occur from the backend, and human will start responding where if the agent is not able to answer, right? So that's how you can build a powerful chatbot with using Dialogflow. You can have it in multiple languages, any language which you want. It is supporting 20 plus languages right now, which is like Chinese, Mandarin, English, of course, and there are many more languages. You can see it in the Dialogflow console. So these beta features, which I was talking about, will probably be live by 31st of May 2020, which is like next week only. So then you can use them. So if you face any doubts regarding Dialogflow, and if you have any more questions regarding Dialogflow, you can just you can just connect with me. You can ask me questions for that. I'll be always be available with you to answer your questions over Dialogflow. And guys, try using Dialogflow. It is very powerful and it will help you build your chatbots in within minutes, and you'll be mesmerized by how easy it is. And even if you have no coding background, right? This is designed for those people, especially that if you have no coding background, you can use that Dialogflow very easily. Thank you.